everyone! Happy Easter! I hope you are all doing really well and that you're safe and that you're keeping yourself healthy, and that if you do venture out, you please use your mask and your gloves. Protect yourself, protect others, and protect your families. So let's get on with the video. In today's video, we're going to be recreating this really cute Easter set that I did for a collaboration with the Glitter Girlz. This is a really simple or really quick polish set. I will be using the Clear Jelly Stamper Plate number CJS H31. This is a really cute Easter stamping plate. It has bunnies, flowers, eggs, a bunch of cute designs that we're going to be applying some of them to these nails. Also, I will be using all of these really pretty pastel-y colors, as well as a couple of darker ones for outlines, and a couple of Madame Glam gel polishes. I'll also be showing you how I got this custom writing done on the thumbnail using these really micro fine pigment liners that I got from Amazon. All of these products will be listed below in the description box. I'm going to clear up my area, put on some gloves, and we're going to get started. So if you want to see this really cute set, stick around. So I'm back, and I went ahead and prepped the nails that I'm going to be using. I applied a Madame Glam base coat, and then I cured that, and I went in and used 2 coats of Madame Glam's Ballerina. It's a really soft nude pink color. It's got a hint of pink, but it's more towards the creamy nude tone. And then I also applied, I did that twice. There's 2 coats of the Ballerina, and then there's 1 coat of No Wipe Top Coat, also by Madame Glam. If you've watched my videos, you know that I'm a extreme fan of Madame Glam. I have a lot of their polishes. So let's get started with this set. I'm going to be using Clear Jelly Stamper products today, and I am using their Easter stamping plate number CJS H31. All of these products will be listed down below in the description box. The first nail we're going to get started with is the thumbnail, and I think it's really cute. It says Happy Easter. It's a play on Happy Easter. And the pattern that I used was this. This is two layered stamping. So I went in first with this layer and then followed up with this one, and I used 6 different colors. So I wanted to use the Roijibiv, basically the rainbow, which is the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet tone, but these are pastels. So I ended up with these. Basically it is pink, peachy orange, pale yellow, really pretty dusty green, light blue, and light purple or lilac color. So I wanted them to have the rainbow, and these go in succession. So this bottom one would have the pink, and then I have to skip a color, and on the second stripe I would do the yellow, and on the third stripe you skip a color and you do the blue. Then on the last one you do the purple. Then we also had this color here, which is a little bit further out than Roijibiv. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got these 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for this layer here, it is these colors. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this video is going to be mostly fast forward. I'm going to go ahead and just stamp away. Most of you know my technique already, which is apply the polish in one direction, scrape it in another, and remove and take your stamper and roll it in a separate section, and then roll it onto the nail. Now, these are matte nails, but I like to stamp on a smooth surface, so that's the reason why I use the no wipe top gel. I'm going to be stamping on that, and at the end we will come back in and we will use their matte top coat, which is the velvet matte top coat, but that's later on. So I'm going to get these polishes out of the way. I'm going to just open up the bottles quick because you have to kind of move quick with this. So the first layer that we're going to be doing is the one with the 4 colors, so I'm going to separate and open those already. And you do it all at once. I'm going to grab a scraping card. They have one, but it's smaller, and I like to use this one. This was just, if I'm not mistaken, a Young Nails. I don't know, it might even be a random Amazon one, but I like it because it's flexible. Some of them, when they're too stiff, I can't scrape properly. So we'll move these 3 colors out of the way. We'll get our stamping plate ready, and we're going to start with this layer first. So I'll get my nails ready. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get another base. I'm going to take my nail, and put it where I can have a better vantage point. Since I'm right-handed, I want more space to be able to stamp. So I'm going to put this nail here, and I'll just set the other ones aside, and we're going to stamp like this. So here we go. And there you have it. You have all 7 colors gradiated up the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and put a no wipe top coat, very thin layer, just enough to protect the nail, protect the stamping from being smeared when I do the next portion, which is this really cute little bunny right there. So I don't want to ruin what I've already done. I like the placement of everything. I don't know if you saw when in the fast forward, when I did the yellow, there was a little blank spot. So I just went back with my stamper and applied the flower that was still on the stamper. Now I'm going to top coat this. I'm going to clean off my plate, and we're going to come back and we're going to do the bunny. So don't go anywhere. So I'm back, and I went ahead and cured this nail in the lamp after applying no wipe top coat. Now all my little flowers are protected, so even if I have to stamp multiple times or wipe it off, those are going to stay put. The next portion we're going to do is this cute little bunny up here, and it happens in 3 stages. You've got the base, you've got the egg with the little ear, and you've got the outline. So the base of the bunny, I'm going to make it in white. Make a cute little white bunny. I'm going to get my card ready. You got to stamp. Actually, this one's not so bad because there's plenty of polish in there. On the smaller, finer detailed items, you want to stamp. You want to pick up as soon as you scrape, because this polish is very quick drying, and it will dry out on you and you won't get a good pickup. So I'm going to scrape at an angle. I'm going to pick that up. Look at how nice that came out. I think I'm missing just the tip of the ear, but I can fix that with a dotting tool. Take that image. little bit down lower on the nail. Roll it out, apply smooth pressure, and there you have it. The next portion is the little egg with the ear, and I don't even have to wipe off because I didn't touch that. So that's the advantage of scraping this way to my left. I'm going to put a nice blue egg. Here's the part where I mentioned that you have to pick up as soon as you scrape, because this little pink portion here is so fine that will dry out super quick if I don't pick up immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready. Polish is sitting in there, and let's do this. Scrape, pick up, and look how clear that picked up the egg and the ear. Awesome. So now before it dries out on the stamper, I want to position it right over the center where it belongs on the image. Now I have it at an angle, and I like to roll from bottom to top when I'm doing layered stamping like this, because then I can position every little portion where it needs to be. The final step for the bunny. Well, actually I don't have to wipe it off either because there's nothing on top of that bunny outline. So the last part is the bunny outline. I'm going to use black stamping polish. I'm going to apply it, and again these are extremely fine lines, so I want to get an even scrape and an even pickup. And if I don't like it, I'll do it again. So a little bit of an angle. I'm not touching the polish yet, I'm just on the corner of the plate. An even scrape, an even pickup, and look at how clearly that outline picked up. Picked up really, really clear. Let me get this off the edge. You take that nail, carefully place the bottom of it. That's how I do it, and it usually works out really well. The bottom of the stamper, right where it needs to be. And then I can roll slowly. And there you have the bunny. Perfect stamping. As perfect as layered stamping can be. Now I'm just going to set this aside. I don't want it to smear. I'm not going to put the top coat on it just yet. So I'm going to get it back on the base over here. Let it sit for a while, because if I go over it right away with the top coat, because it's layered, there's a chance that it'll smear. So I will leave that alone, and we will get to the next nail. We're going to do the writing of the Happy Easter. In the original set, you can see it says Happy Easter. But I'm going to do that on top of the mat so that my pigment pen actually writes better. It writes better on a buffed, slightly buffed or matte surface. So this is the one disadvantage to using these gloves, is that the blue tack sticks to them. So I'm trying my best to get the nail transferred from one to the other. There we go. I'm going to wipe my plate, and while I wipe the plate, the next one is going to be this Easter basket image, which is right here, these two. And then I also put some flowers, and the flowers I just picked up from one of these eggs right there. I picked those flowers up, and I just put a few of the multicolored. So the next nail is the Easter basket, and for the Easter basket I used this color here. It's like a cafe latte color, cafe con leche color, and a dark brown as the outline, because I thought that the dark brown complemented this color rather than using the black for the outline. The eggs themselves, in the original set, the eggs are all multicolored. Now you have, the eggs are right here on the plate. You've got one set. Hang on, my glow is stuck. Okay. You've got 2 sets of double eggs and 1 individual egg by itself. So I have to build up the eggs, and if you see, you've got 2 sets of 2 plus 1 extra at the end. So what I'm going to do is get those, get the basket down first, so I can see exactly where those eggs need to be. The outline, this is a little more complicated, so I'm going to also do this one in real time. It's complicated because you have to position everything just right, otherwise you'll have blurred images. I'm closing my stamping polishes off to the side here. But let's go ahead and get the base basket done first. I want to make sure I get that on, because then we know exactly where we're going to position. Now this has very fine lines, so as soon as I scrape again, I've got to pick it up. Now this one, I think I'm going to scrape it upward. So I'm going to turn the plate around. I need to scrape this way, because any excess polish in the basket portion will end up on the handles, which is what I want. So I'm going to turn this around this way. I like scraping downward. It makes it easier for me to control the pressure. So I'll get my stamper ready right next to me. And we will scrape at an angle, lightly, pick it up immediately, clean it off, and see that didn't pick up clearly. So we're going to do that one again. Again, wipe it off on the sticky plate, on the sticky pad. I'm going to clean up. I have a bunch of these rounds just sitting in a stack off to the side here. Clean that off and do this again. I didn't like that pickup at all. So let's try this again. I'm going to polish in one direction. And I'm going to scrape downward. Make sure you have plenty on there. I dug too deep. I dug too hard. So get my stamper ready. Light scrape. Quick pickup. Much better. I missed the bottom portion, but that's okay because it has that outline around it. So I'm not too concerned about that. The whole basket, I was more concerned about the handles. So we're going to put this in dead center in the middle of the nail because you want space for the flowers on the top and the bottom. There we go. Now, the handles don't show up too much now, but once you outline them, they're going to look beautiful. So next let's clean off the plate. And I say that this is complicated because I've got the center eggs with the bow, and then the outline with the bow. So I'm going to do the outline first, but I'm not going to pick up that bow, the bow outline. I'm only going to pick up the handles, the eggs in the basket. And you're going to see the reason why now. I'm not going to pick up the bow. I'm going to go around the bow because I don't want to put the outline down yet for the bow. Again, this is dark brown instead of a darker brown, I should say. It's not dark, but it'll complement that color really nicely. I've got blue tack on my glove. Okay. Now we're going to do this as quick as possible again because of the fine lines. We're going to scrape lightly and pick up. I took too long. So you're seeing it, trial and error. You're seeing the difficulties that stamping can give you.
Don't give up. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries, but in the end the nails come out really pretty, so it's really worth it. Let me get some of this off of here. And this time I think I'll start with the basket first and work my way up the handles, since the handles are so fine. The whole image is fine actually, so I'll give my polish a nice shake. Sometimes that helps as well. My stamper's ready. Now let's get the polish going. Again, I only want the handles, the eggs, and the basket. Make sure I get enough polish in there. Let's do this quick. Pick that up. Much better. Much better. Clean off the items I don't need. Position it over the basket. There you have it. So now I know where the eggs go and I know where the bow goes. In my set, I did a different color bow and a different color for each of the eggs. So in the center one on the original set, I've got a purple bow, and then I've got a pink top egg and a green bottom egg. So we'll get the green ready. We will get the lilac color and the pink ready. So all my polishes are ready to go. And we're going to do this all at once. So what I want to do is, I want to do it to where I'm not going to scrape one color into the other. This is my best vantage point. So I'm going to put the green polish on the bottom egg. Right here. I'm going to take the pink polish and put it on the top egg. Not too much, but enough to cover the egg. There you go. And then I'm going to take the purple polish, put it on the bow. Multicolored stamping. Now I'm going to take that, get my stamper ready, scrape straight, and then you should get the 3 colors. And there you have it, all 3 colors. You got a green egg, a pink egg, and a bow. So I'm going to position the eggs first, and then the bow is going to fit between the 2 handles. There you go. So I'm back, and I went ahead and put a no wipe top coat on this, cured it in the lamp, so that image is now protected as is. I know we have to finish the eggs and everything, but that's okay because we need to re-stamp on top of all of those, because in the original set I applied a little bit of builder gel to each of the individual eggs so that they look 3D, and that ended up making me remove the outline of the eggs, but I still need to know where they went, which is why I did it like this. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up the outline first this time instead of the purple bow with the brown polish, because then I can position that first, make sure that's in place, and then come in with the bow. So I'm going to get that outline, the brown polish. I'm going to scrape and do it quickly. Let's see. Pick up. That's good enough for now. picked up a little image from the bunny. I'm just going to wipe that clean. There we go. So now I know where the bow needs to go. Now I'll go in and pick up the purple and put it right on that bow. Then we can redo the outline just of the bow, because now the handles are squared away. So sometimes you gotta play with it a little bit if you want to achieve a certain look. Go ahead and pick that up. That picked up pretty good. We're gonna double the bow, so we're gonna do it twice. You get it on the nail, right where it needs to go. And then we're going to redo it again. So I'm going to wipe my plate. Redo that purple. And the reason why I'm doing it is so that it really shows up, because this is such a tiny image. I want to make sure it shows up nicely on the nail. This time I'm going to scrape the opposite direction. Pick up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure I center that over this. Do along what I've already done. Now the purple's in there nicely. Now I'll go back in and redo the outline just of the bow, because the handles again are perfectly positioned on there and I don't want to mess with those. So I'm going to take and cover that up with brown polish. Turn off my stamper. Scrape lightly. Pick up that bow. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't scrape hard enough, so it smeared. Wipe that clean. And I'm leaving this in real time, and I'm not trying to edit it out, because I want you to see that even though I've been doing stamping for a little bit, I'm not bad at it, that I have my struggles as well. Wipe that clean, clean off my stamper. Let's do that again. Okay. And polish. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to scrape the other way, because I can always just take off the rest of the image that I don't want. That's much better. I don't need any of this. I just want to reinforce that bow a little. And it's not going to be perfect. I think I didn't struggle as much with the first set, but there we go. That's much better. And you see I got a bunch of residue down here. I don't even need my cleanup brush for that, because the basket is solid under the top coat. There you go. Now, the next portion that we're going to do is the rest of those eggs, but we're going to go ahead and redo the pink and green egg first. And the reason for that is because I want those lines to disappear like they are in the original nail. I know they might have looked nicer with the lines underneath, but you see the struggle I'm having with these lines. I'd rather just know that the eggs themselves, which is the focus, is there. So we're going to take and put my purple back. I have all my colors laid out so I can find them quicker. Alright, so we're going to do the green and the pink. And it was the egg that are under the bow. So the bottom egg was green. The top egg was pink. AC just turned off, but the fan's about to go back on. Pick that up. Nicely picked up. Clean that all off. Clean that all off. Oh, I knocked off some of the egg. Again, you're seeing the struggles that I'm having. So the video is going to be a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I thought it was important to leave all of this in. I could have just started this whole section over and gotten a brand new nail and you wouldn't have never known the difference. But if I make it look easy and then you struggle, you're just going to think you're failing at it, and you're not failing. It just takes a little practice and a little work. So have faith, you'll get it. Go. Then the next color underneath, the solo egg is blue. So let me close my pink and my green. Don't want them spilling. So I'm going to grab my blue. The solo egg is blue, meaning the one that's by itself, because the other two are paired. Now we're going to clean off the stamper. Scrape, pick up the blue egg. That picked up really nice. Look at that cute little Tweety bird. Take the solo egg, position it where it needs to be. That looks really nice. Very nice. I don't even need to reinforce that. The blue one seems to be stamping nicely. Let's go ahead and wipe the plate. Actually, I don't need to wipe it yet because this image here, which is the next one I'm going to pick up, is nice and clear. And the last two eggs that are in the basket, the top one is the orange color, or the peachy orange, this one here. And the next one is this one. So the top one is orange, and the bottom one is yellow. So I'm going to make sure that I get that little tinier one first, because that seemed to work. Take orange and put that in there. There we go. And the yellow. Put that on the other side. I'm going to scrape. Stamper's clean. Scrape. Pick up. The orange didn't pick up too well, but we can redo that. I'm going to get that. What I did pick up well. Let me do that again. I don't want to risk it. And I'm not going to keep putting layers of top coat in between either. So I just do it. It's not a lot of polish. I'll put the orange first. So it might be a little too much polish, but that's okay. And yellow. I'm going to turn this around and scrape the other way towards me. Pick that up. There we go. Much better. I'll take that, position it where it needs to be. And you've got your basket with the different color eggs. I'm going to wipe the plate. I'm not going to reinforce those eggs, and they're going to be covered by builder gel. So I'm going to go in and put a nice thin coat. Let's look at the bowl. We haven't covered the bowl yet, so we have to be very careful. It's going to be covered by flowers. So I'm going to take a nice thin coat of the no wipe top coat and get that on there and protect that now that it's all stamped. I didn't struggle this much with the first one. Maybe the house is a little too cold and the polish is not applying well. It could be several factors. I'm using the same technique I used when I did the original set, so not sure why that's happening. There we go. Nice. Get that in the lamp. I'm going to clean off my plate and get ready for the flower portion of that nail. Okay, so that's been cured in the lamp. So now this is all protected. What we're going to do next is we're going to go in and do these little flowers. And there's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. The ones on the top are purple, blue, and green, and the ones on the bottom are pink, orange, and yellow. So these you have to do individually. I'm going to do this part and fast forward. I didn't encounter any problems with this, and I'm hoping I don't this time either. So see you on the other side. Finally, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm not going to put a no wipe top coat actually just yet, because we're going to go in, like I said, with the builder gel, and I'm going to be using Young Nails Synergy Gel, the builder gel. Let's move the plate out of the way for now. I'll clean that off camera. And I'm just going to take a simple dotting tool, a small one, small-ish one, and I'm going to basically just dip the dotting tool in the builder gel and build up each nail, flash cure each one in between to give some texture to those to those eggs. So basically you just apply a little blob, and before it has a chance to settle, you take your flash cure, and I'll do it over here so that it don't interfere with the original bottle, and you just flash cure it for a few seconds. And now I have texture on that egg. We're going to do this for each one of these. I'll do this quickly in fast motion. Then we'll get them in the lamp for a full cure. And then you just top coat the whole entire nail. Cure that. I'll clean up and we'll be right back to move on to the next nail, which is this really cute one that has a bunny, a sun, hippity hoppity, and a few flowers. So if I haven't bored you to death, stick around because there's lots more coming. So I'm back and I once again cleaned up. This is the semi-finished basket nail with the 3D eggs. I put it back on the original base. I brought out the next nail, which is going to be this one here that has the small sun down here, this small sun image. It also has the little bunny with the balloon, which is really cute. And it also has the words hippity hoppity, which is these two here. So I'm going to do this in fast motion, errors and all. And I will see you on the other side. It's just simple stamping. Wherever I use multicolored, I'll take my time so that you can see the different colors that I used. Because, for example, the sun is 3 colors. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side. And there you have it. The next nail's done. I don't know if you noticed when I was stamping, when I originally did the bunny base, I picked up the balloon as well, not realizing that the balloon base is part of the little ear base. So I should have done those two together, and then the bunny itself was just by itself. So I had to clean off the balloon and reposition it. But it came out really nice. We're going to go ahead and set this aside. I'm going to clean up my plate. I'll be right back, and we'll get to the next nail, which are these Easter eggs. And I'm back, and I'm ready to tackle the next nail, which is the Easter eggs. The First one has a yellow base. These should go fairly quickly. They line up really nicely. So as long as my stamping technique is on point, it should work, but this set hasn't gone too well up till now. I love that combination. The rest of the nail is just random flowers, only I use these flowers again, just like I did on the center nail. So I'm going to randomly apply these colors just all over where I have little empty spots on the nail, so that the nail doesn't look so bare. And this part I'm going to do in fast motion because this can go pretty quick, because I actually pick up 3 by 3 by 3. So I'm going to use these 3 and these 3, and then I'll pick up a couple of pairs instead. So see you on the other side. And there we go. That's the 4th nail. We'll take this off of here. We'll put it with these. All of these are going to get a matte top coat to set everything. And also this one here with the eggs. Remember, we did the eggs with the Builder Gel and the no wipe top coat because I want it to be shiny. So we're going to leave those, make sure we only get that part of the nail. And then for the final nail, I am just going to do the same background as I did on the thumbnail, only in reverse. The colors will be in reverse. So you would apply them the same, but you just turn the stamper around and apply it upside down. So let me get these all set up. I'll clean this up. And also we have to do the word Happy Easter on the thumbnail before we apply the, I'm sorry, before we finish the nails. So let me clean up. I'll come right back and we'll finalize this set. So I'm back and we're ready to tackle this last nail. We're going to do the polish exactly the same as we did with that thumbnail. 4 colors. The other 3 colors on this one, only we're going to reverse the stamper so the colors are gradiating in a different order, down the nail instead of up the nail. So I will speed this part up. This is a very simple stamping. And I'll see you on the other side. So that's all of them. I'm going to go ahead and apply matte top coat to all of these nails with the exception of the actual Easter eggs in the basket, because I want those to stay shiny. And I'll come back on the other end of this and show you a new pen that I tried that has that amazing point, because most of you know that I don't like to do brushwork for lettering. I like to write it by hand. So I'll come back with the pens with everything ready. I'll have my area cleaned up and then we will absolutely finalize these nails. So I'm back and these are the nails, all matte out, matte top coat with the exception of the little eggs. You can see they're still shiny. And the last thing to do for this set is Hoppy Easter. Now I'm going to pull this off of here because I find that I get better leverage on a flat surface when I'm writing on nails because of the curve. So I'm going to add a little more blue tack to really secure this to this tile. There we go. And those of you that have been watching my channel, you know that I like to use these pens. These are just Sharpie fine point pens. There's actually a white one, a white gel pen that I like to use for when I'm doing writing. I also have these other fine point Sharpies, multiple colors. These are a little bit thicker. These are probably 0.7 point. But I went on Amazon and I found these pigment liners. These apparently are very good. This is a very good brand. My daughter does a lot of writing, drawing, and with markers, and she doodles, she draws cartoons, and I was asking her to help me to look for a really nice pen. The point on this is great because these don't dry out as quickly when I'm writing with them as the Sharpies do, so I like to use these. So I'm going to zoom in a little, and actually let me get this off of here because I'm not going to just do it straight on the top coat. I'm going to take a buffer and I'm going to lightly buff the surface where I'm going to be writing, and I find that if you do that just a little bit, it helps the pigment pen adhere better to the nail. The matte, it's smooth, but it's so smooth I might as well write on a shiny top coat. The matte actually helps, but when you take and you file off some of this, I'm going to use a different buffer. I'm going to use this one here. This is a little more abrasive. I'm going to go ahead and take that and just lightly buff that off. I'm going to take my tack, and I took the gloves off, no polish anywhere. Still protected my manicure because of the use of acetone. Those gloves Those are just gloves that I got at my local pharmacy in the first aid section. They're actual nitrile gloves, not latex gloves, nitrile. There we go. And I'm going to fast forward this part because it's just me writing the words Happy Easter. What you do is you just try to center the writing. One of the words is 5 letters long, which is great because I can start in the middle, work my way, flip it around, and you'll see on camera how I do this. Now if I didn't like this, it's a little lopsided and I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. This is just to give you a general idea of how I do this. If you notice, the pen did not stop writing at all in the entire time I was using it. And I noticed that with the Sharpies, after a couple of strokes or after a couple of letters, I have to like get it to start working again. But not with this one. These are water-based, which is great. They dry faster. You just have to be very careful when you're applying the top coat. This has a matte top coat on it, but I had to let it sit for a couple of, about 20 minutes to a half hour. So I worked on the other nails while this one was drying. Since I'm doing this last, I'm not going to put a top coat on this right now. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to fix the top portion of the ear, of the bunny ear. It was missing that one little section. And now it has it. So yeah. And there you have it. The full recreated set. I think they came out pretty much the same. A couple of blubs here and there. A couple of issues with the application or with the stamping, but they still came out really pretty. So happy Easter, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you stay healthy, you stay safe. Please follow all the guidelines of your health departments. We want this to be over real soon. I don't like working from home. I always thought I would, but I don't like it. I need my routine back. I need to be able to turn off work and get back to play every day. And being at home all the time, you're starting to feel cooped up a little. So again, follow all the guidelines. I hope all of you stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for sitting through this, what is turned out to be a really long video. I hope you watched the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already done so, please comment below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video with other stamping enthusiasts, and I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, bye!